Well, Happy New Day, CSA. How feels each and every one of you this wonderful, lovely new day? How feels wonderful, beautiful, handsome, enlightened, and fantastically prosperous and healthy you this wonderful, lovely new day? Well, I welcome all of you to today's lesson sermon. And we'll take our text from Habakkuk, chapter 2. And it reads, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. You see, in this world, whatever you want to attain or achieve first comes to you as a thought. But we think every day, but it is our burning desire which makes things happen. And if we do not define our purpose, if we do not know what our purpose is, we will not get anywhere in life. It is like giving a lesson sermon. You must have first a purpose statement, and then you must have 3 or 4 ideas that you want to speak on. Then you tell them what you are going to tell them, and tell them what you have told them. Then you know that you have reached your goal. Now, I look at desire from a spiritual point of view, from the word de and sire, wanting something of the Father. But desire, craving, longing, yearning suggest feelings that impel one to the attainment or possession of something. Desire is a strong feeling, worthy or unworthy, that impels to the attainment or possession of something that is, in reality or imagination, within reach. You see, when you look at your desires, like a desire to go and steal from a bank, is an unworthy desire. It is a desire unbecoming of a life-giving spirit. And so we know wrong desires from right ones. But I'm talking about desires which move us to succeed positively in life. Now, someone has a desire to play football. Now, immediately you have the desire to play football, there are things that you need to do. You need to hone down your skills. You need to find a place to play. But what leads you is the thought of playing football. And if you'll be successful in playing football or not, it determines on your ability to hold on to that and to practice it. Like one of our spiritual mentors say, practice, practice, one day the goal. You see, we all think, and a thought must have a feeling to it, because the feeling makes you to attract the thought in its manifest form. And when we think and then we doubt, we cancel the desire. You think, you doubt, you cancel it. But if you think and you persist in that thinking, in that longing, and you feel after it, you will find it. Like St. Paul said, that we must feel after God and find Him. See, I have read stories. One man called Mr. Burns, he sat down and he said to himself that he would like to be the business partner of an inventor. He would like to work with him, not for him, but work with him. And he didn't just stop there. He went and took a train, not a passenger train, no, a freight train. He got on the freight train and he went to Thomas Edison's office. When he got there, his clothes were disheveled. But Thomas Edison said that he saw something in the man's eyes, some positiveness in his eyes. And he did not give him partnership or this thing. He made him to work at a very lower end. And recently, I saw on social media that some of the world's leading rich men have talked about how they did not start their children from, the highest. They made them go down to work from down up. You see, when I went to CSA, Roy didn't say, you have come, I want you to be a minister, so go and sit in the meditation hall every day. But as a disciple, I learned how to serve. He taught me how to serve. I remember my first time, I went in the winter time. And one Sunday after service, I had gone into my house. It was cold that day. And I had gone into my house. I had eaten and then stretched myself on the couch and wrapped a blanket around me. And just as I was dipping into some deep sleep, I heard a knock on the door. And I got up, I went to the door, I opened, and it was Roy's wife. He said to me, Samuel, we are all at the printing plant painting. Would you like to join us? I said, yes. It was an opportunity. It was not a problem. Okay? See, because if I had found the painting as a problem, I would have said no. But it was an opportunity to serve. So I went, and I had not painted the house before. And they told me, you either use the brush up or to the side. And I said, all right. And I did that. About some 30 minutes to an hour into the painting, then this one puts the their paintbrush down and they vanish. And this one put their. So I was the only one left. I didn't budge. I kept on painting. I finished painting the next day. I kept on painting. I finished painting the printing plant, and then I went to houses that were at CSA. Eventually, I ended up painting the whole of CSA, and I had not painted before. But in the painting, I saw the roofs of the houses I was painting, and I had been a roofer before. And I went and I said to Roy, "Sir, our roofs, it looks like they need some work on them. If we don't take care, when it rains heavily, we will find ourselves in a tough situation." And so David Sunday, my brother disciple, and myself, we went to town and we bought things, materials to repair roof that I knew. And I came, I sealed up. But the meditation hall, I did not, I had not really gone to see the cracks on that roof. Until one day we were there and it started raining. And it rains a lot at CSA. It started raining and the roof started leaking. And immediately, because we had supplies there, I ran outside and David Sunday brought an umbrella, stood by me, and I was able to seal the roof. And so later on I went and I said to Roy, "Sir, this roof, if you buy me the supplies, I can fix it." He said, "Oh, it had a warranty. It's not, the warranty time was not yet fulfilled, and so he will bring them in to do it." And the people came in and re-roofed the entire roof again. See, that pushed me into the mind of Roy, because I was not afraid to, offer my expertise. And it helped me a lot also, because you see, sometimes when you are in an organization, most people feel that the organization must do something for them and they not do anything for the organization. But what we are being taught at CSA is that we are life-giving spirits made in the image and likeness of God. See, if you forget that you are a life-giving spirit and that you are an initiate, someone who has to initiate action, you find yourself going to sit and listen to talks and other things, and you know all the techniques, but you never apply them in your life. You know all the techniques always. For instance, last Thursday, every Tuesday and Thursday, I'm here to share with all the CSA students. But sometimes some of them come, sometimes they don't show up. So this past Tuesday, I was here, and I also had to take some things to my family in Osu. And so after we finished meditating, I said to Isaac, none of the students is here, so I'm going to Osu to deliver the things to my family. Just before I got to the house, I received a call from one of the CSA students. And I said, me coming to teach, I was there, I sat, meditated, and finished, and none of you were there. And I have responsibilities just as you have, but I always sacrifice to do things for you. So today, when I didn't see any of you, I decided to go to the Osu house to deliver these things. And this morning, I was talking to Isaac, and I said, you see, if we do not apply the principles that we are shared, but we think that, I won't meditate, but I will go and listen to the lesson sermon. Chances are, whatever will be shared with you, you will not use them also. Because the first thing to do is to meditate. That is very, very important. And then you apply yourself to the other principles. And so, when we do not have a defined purpose in life, when you said that you are coming here to learn how to meditate, to learn how to live, and you come and they are teaching you how to live and you decide not to live, then even if God prays for you, it will not come to pass, because you are not willing to participate in your own well-being. Look, in life, we have to learn to give. And when we are shown how to give, we must act accordingly. We always say we listen and act accordingly. So if you come and in your listening, they tell you, meditate, for that is what will put you in touch with the universe, with God. And they tell you, have faith, use creative imagination, always find out what your purpose is. Like I tell you most of the time, if you do not know what you are to do in this world, just sit and ask God, Lord, what do you want to do through me? Lord, not for me, but what do you want to do through me and ask me? See, if you do not ask this question, then God will put you in a situation where you will have to find out what you are here to do. When God wanted to give Adam a wife, he just didn't bring a lot of women and say, choose. So he didn't do that. But he brought animals. And as Adam watched the animals, he noticed that, these animals, they come in pairs. And where is my partner? Then he went to sleep, and God made a deep sleep to fall on him. And from that desire, from that yearning to have his partner, God brought, again, not many women, but one woman to him, and he married her. You see, you know that in Ghana we have a lot of gold. We have a lot of gold. We have a lot of minerals. And to own them, we must mine them. To own the minerals that is here in Ghana, we must mine them. But that is what we don't do. We do not know how to mine, or we did not know how to mine. So we went and called others. It looks like we have gold here, come and do it for us. And they won't do it for free. And so up till now, we are still dependent on others to do our mining for us. But how do we spell mine? M-I-N-E. And what is mine belongs to me, isn't that right? But now, what is ours belongs to other people because we are refusing to claim them. And so until we awaken to the fact that this is on our land and we have to claim them, others will always profit by them. And likewise, in your life, you are using energy. And if you don't know that your energy must benefit you, what will happen is that others will use your energy and give you something small for it. It's like a salary. They said a salary is the opium that your employer gives to you so that you forget about you going to apply yourself in ways that will benefit you. You see, we must all claim that energy which we are expressing. It is my energy. It is energy that God has given me. That is the way to feel free. Because, sometimes when you are working for others, it feels like, I want to do this, but they are not allowing me. Well, if you want to live in a way that you can do what you want to do, be what you want to be, and have what you want to have, then you must mine. You must own that energy that you express. And that is why we have fewer business leaders than employees. Once Henry Ford was in court, and some people called him ignorant, and he sent them to court. And they came to court to try to prove that he was not intellectually up to his position. They asked him how many soldiers during the American War of Independence, how many soldiers came from Britain and how many soldiers went back. And he said, I don't know the number, but the number which came was more than the one which went back. Because America won the war. And they won the war because the army which came, most of them were killed. And so those who went back were less than the ones which came. And they asked him a lot of questions, and he said, you see all these questions that you're asking me, in my office, I have a desk with so many buttons. What I can do is I can press a button and ask one of my employees all these things. So why should I keep that in my mind? You understand? You see, he was saying that you are trying to prove I'm stupid. And a stupid me has been able to employ those who are smarter than me. Okay? Those who are smarter than me, I've been able to employ them. So what you are asking me, I have the answer in my office. I can press a button and ask a person, hey, what is this? And he will tell me instantly. So why should I worry myself to keep? And in Ghana, you have people who are very, very knowledgeable, but they lack application of the knowledge that they have. And it all, look, our black stars, not until we realize that playing soccer is about life, it's about reaching our goals, we will not advance as a nation. Because we don't know how to reach our goals. We don't have a burning desire. We don't have faith in ourselves. But you see, if we can teach our footballers that, look, playing soccer is about reaching goals in our life, and that what you need is strength and strategy. You need to play the game longer. The Lord Jesus said, if they give you something to carry, you should be able to go an extra mile. Yes. Look, Black Stars, I know they are 60-minute Agbola. Black Stars will play when it gets to the 60th minute, they are all tired. See, they cannot last the full 90 minutes. You watch when they beat Black Stars. From the 60th minute going, they are all panting. They do not train enough. They lose their focus. And the game is for 90 minutes. And if you cannot play 90 minutes, then how do you plan to win the match? Whenever we are playing the North Africans, they beat us because we lose focus. And they know, look, all those who watch Black Star matches, the opposing teams, they know that Black Stars are not themselves from the 60th minute going. So from the 60th minute, then they raise their game and they can get a goal. You see, when people know that you don't have the strength, they wait till your strength is low and they start dictating to you. And so we must put it in our minds that, look, for us, we must discipline, we must train ourselves to go the extra mile. We must train ourselves to stick to our plan of action. We must train ourselves to have a strategy. See, if you cannot plan for your life, if you don't have a way that you are going to use to reach your goal, you will never get there, because you are just doing try and error. And that is what I see in this country. We want all the nice things, but we are not willing to do what we must do to reach our goals. And we say that if you do what you know you have to do to reach your goals, you cannot possibly fail. If you do what you know you must do to reach your goals, and if you do it, you reach your goal. But if you stop along the way, forget about it. Look, there's a story about a man in America who was searching for gold. He got to a point and he couldn't see the vein of the gold anymore. So he sold his machines that he was using, because at first he got gold, and then he went back to his town and borrowed money to buy equipment for the gold. He came, he got some more gold until he got to the area where he lost the vein. He became distracted and disturbed and went and sold it to a junk man. The junk man sought an expert, and he said, "Oh, this man quit too early. He lost the thing, but you are only 3 feet away from gold. And from that 3 feet, the man mined gold like no one's business. He got a lot of gold. He became very, very rich. And the one who actually owned the land before, he sold his machines and the place to him. You see? So if you are not persistent and you not seek, like organized or higher knowledge, you may not be able to accomplish your goals. You may not be able to attain your desire. You may not be able to attain what you want of God. And so the first thing is that whatsoever things you desire when you pray, pray that you have received them and stick to it. Stick to your goal. Don't go and pray to God that you want gold and then later on you say, oh, I found copper, so I'll stop at that. What did you want? And what have you got? Copper. And you stop at that, you will not reach your goal. And so, whatsoever things you desire, when you pray, believe that you have received them and you shall have them. Because if you do not believe, you doubt. The opposite of belief is doubt. Isn't that right? And so if you doubt it, you cancel the prayer that you have prayed. And therefore, you will not reach your goal. And today, I've started a series. Next week, we will continue. And I will show you how to reach your goals wisely and well. Namaste.